We've made our way out to the race boat today for the first time this season, and it seemed to have survived the winter quite well. We have our battery charger on. No intention of actually starting the boat today, just we're here, we might as well plug them in and get them topped off while we're at it. The reason I'm in the race boat, and with no intention on doing much of anything, is that I have a small project going here. One of the things about this boat is it's got a cooling system that runs for miles. And in the process of that, they used a lot of this galvanized pipe down here. You can see end of it, but I didn't really want to go that route because, you know, galvanizing tends to corrode and clog up and have issues. So I did PVC. Made everything a whole lot lighter and a whole lot easier to deal with. And in the process, I had to run a long stretch. This one's about 6 feet long, maybe a little more. And so to stop it from bouncing around, I put these little blocks in and I zip tied them in place. And that seemed to work okay, except for last year, I believe it was. I was over here working on something and I stepped on one and it basically just snapped it off. And I was like, oh damn, that's not a good thing. I got these pretty galvanized pipe hangers here, which fit on like so, except for they're not going to fit flush. So I have to either use these blocks or replace them, and then I'm going to through bolt it all the way through the stringer, and that way they'll be solid right here. You can actually step on this and not hurt it. And I have about 3 of them to install. I love this little Harbor Fright attachment. It's the only way you can drill on the outside of a stringer without, you know, I'd have to pull the motor out and try to pick it a straight drill into it. And also, I took this semi-bent drill bit there and actually just chopped it off even a little shorter, just far enough to get through the stringers. I mean, it pokes out. A lot of times I'll even have to take my finger or something in there and ream out the other side just because it's that close. But it's the only thing that works, but it works. We'll have to show you in some more detail after the passing of the storm here. But we're going ahead and got our new clamps in. There's 3 of them in total. These are nice metal. I don't feel so bad about attaching fuel lines and such to these things, which actually helps with the cooling of the fuel. And they're nice and solid now. I can actually stand on them, which I still wouldn't because, you know, they are plastic, but they definitely are solid. But I can hear a rumble every 3 seconds here. It's about time to get out of here. They're hitting so close that the air smells. It smells of ozone. another storm. My neighbor's roof is ripped off. Got more branches down. See if I can cover up the microphone this time. Holy cow. Got ourselves a lake in the front yard. Got a neighbor that's missing half his roof. Yeah, this is getting a bit old. I'm out here to do the dirty deed and take a look at my roof. I mean, I've never had water drain out of my yard like this. This is just weird. Got some alarms going off. I don't know where they're going off at. But my roof looks intact on this side. My shoe's full of water now. I have to go look at the back side. Back to the big list. Really knocking some stuff off of this thing. And we get to take off something that's been transferred from year to year because I just haven't been doing it, are the pipe straps. They are 100%. Now that it's not a hurricane, let's go see what it looks like. So there's our first pipe clamp. Please excuse the mess. It has not been touched since last summer, so there's a lot of schmegma in the bottom there. Then we have number 2 down here, and number 3. I'm going to go ahead now and replace the spark plugs. I know a lot of people would say, well, what the hell are you doing that for now? And it's like, you know, first off, I have them. And I don't want them sitting around in the garage. Who knows what will happen to them? One ends up missing. You know the story. The second thing is that it kind of goes along with my motto of doing something every day. This just gets something out of the way that I won't have to do later. And last but not least is the fact that these plugs actually went through the Holly fiasco. Along with the Holly fiasco, it also had the Carter fuel pump issues. And then we won't even get into the filter issues. So yeah, it's time for these guys to take a break and have some fresh new rounds put in the chamber, so to speak. Then I also plan on reading the plugs along the way to make sure that nothing's happening that shouldn't be happening. So because of everything that's been going on, I really don't think there's going to be much of a season at all for this thing, but at the same time, I don't let my maintenance get behind. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to replace the plugs, and as I do, I'm going to read them and see what goes on. Got my first 4 plugs out. Everything looks fine. They look like they haven't been used that often. That's pretty much the gist of the deal. I've changed up a little bit. I've gone with a shorter plug this time, and not only that, but I went a little hotter than the originals. Just it tends to load up a little bit when it's like idling along like a big cam motor will do, and these will make sure they stay nice and clean that way. And I know you all have done a million plugs, and I've done a million plugs too, and I always check my gaps, and I'm telling you, I almost never have an issue with gaps. Except for this time. I just took one out of this box right here, and I just checked the gap, and it's at 0.025, which is a bit tight for a big block Chevy. So make sure you always check your gaps, just for that 1 in a million chance. We've gone ahead and, Let's do it again. Is that the same one? I don't know. Whatever. Alright, here we go. Gonna fit on set like so. I think I have the wrong one. Let me try to find the other one. Yeah, that's the right one. Alright, we'll have to show you in more detail tomorrow, but underneath, alright, I need to add that to my stringer or clamp hanger install, whatever it may be, happens to be. Man, we're really knocking some the
holder. What the hell is it called? Clamp.
And with that done, let's go. It went along. It went. Now am I in focus there? You want to try this one more time? It's a little shorter of a stalk